So this episode is going to get very, very religious. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Alrighty, so Eclipso. There is no other supervillain, or well, at least close to no other supervillain that has a more convoluted backstory than Eclipso. Being one of the less well-known supervillains also contributes to this fact. So, here we go. Eclipso, a supervillain that is published by DC Comics, is the incarnation of the wrath of God and the Angel of Vengeance, which was turned evil and then later replaced by the Spectre. Right, the Spectre. Think of him as Spawn, but worse for the other side, okay? Okay. Eclipso first appeared in House of Secrets, issue 61 of August 1963, and was created by writer Bob Hanley and artist Leah Leyes. Originally written as a generic villain with average superpowers who would routinely enact an elaborate plot to fulfill his own motivations, however, in the Darkness Within miniseries, modified the character to be an evil entity of Eclipso's character limits and powers he once possessed as a spirit of divine vengeance. Eclipso would frequently seek to possess beings of incredible power like Superman, Lar Gand, and Captain Marvel to achieve his ends. Eclipso's early comics debut was a tie to his first modern host, Bruce Gordon, named after Bruce Wayne Commissioner Gordon as an inside joke. The scientist specialized in solar energy. While in the jungle to view a solar eclipse, Bruce was attacked by a tribal sorcerer named Morpher, who I don't really know a whole lot about, so I'm not going to try and explain him right now. Before plunging to his death off a cliff, Morpher bound Bruce with a black diamond. Afterwards, Bruce would be transformed into the villain Eclipso whenever an eclipse occurred. Think of it like Jekyll and Hyde, but with more religious views. Anyways, in the early 1990s, DC revamped Eclipso in a company-wide crossover built around the miniseries Eclipso: The Darkness Within. Retconned again, Eclipso was not simply Bruce Gordon's dark half, but a vengeance demon who had possessed Gordon. Eclipso's soul had originally been bound inside a giant black diamond called the Heart of Darkness in Africa. A treasure hunter found it in the late 19th century and brought it to London in 1891, where he had a jeweler cut it into 1,000 shards. This weakened the binding spell, allowing Eclipso to possess anyone who became angry while in contact with one of the shards. He was no longer limited to possessing Gordon during an eclipse, but pretended otherwise so that Gordon would not know the truth about the Black Diamonds. Over the next century, the Eclipso entity gathered the diamond shards with the intention of destroying them all, freeing his true power. When Lar Gand discovered Eclipso's palace on the moon and wandered inside, it inspired Eclipso to possess all of Earth's heroes and use them towards his ultimate goal, the conquest of Earth, and revenge against God for imprisoning him inside the Heart of Darkness. Eclipso claimed he had spent the last several years posing as a B-level villain in order to remain undetected by Earth's heroes, and had limited himself to targeting Gordon for the purpose of delaying Gordon's research into solar science. If Gordon had achieved this goal of making solar energy the planet's primary energy source, any solar-powered device could be used as a weapon against Eclipso. So see guys, it's not the gas companies that's stopping us from having solar-powered cars, it's a supervillain from DC Comics. Anyways, following the crossover event, Eclipso appeared in a solo series. He conquered the Southern American country of Panador by possessing one person at a time. The United States sent an investigation team consisting of Cave Carson, Bruce Gordon, and Bruce's fiancée, Mona Bennett. Cave's legs were broken and he was left at the border. Bruce and Mona were taken on a tour and shown various atrocities such as piles of children's corpses. They escaped with the assistance of the Creeper and formed a new group of heroes dubbed the Shadow Fighters. This group was led by Amanda Waller, formerly of the Suicide Squad. In issue 13 of the series, Eclipso defeated them, killing the second Wildcat, the second Dr. Midnight, the Creeper, Commander Steel, the fourth Manhunter, which is a Mark Shaw ringer, and Major Victory. Peacemaker was also involved in this action. He died in a helicopter crash while trying to destroy Eclipso's tanks. These tanks were attacking the sole surviving member of the Shadow Fighter attack force, Nemesis. The other survivors of the Shadow Force, those who had not attacked Eclipso directly, regrouped. Eclipso attacked them with a Panador missile, which they evaded using Nightshade's teleportation ability. During the escape, Mana's father was snatched from their vehicle, but he later returned alive. The survivors arrived in the United Nations building just in time to foil another plot of Eclipso's by landing their vehicle in his intended victim. Bruce Gordon and Mana Bennett led the Earth's superheroes in an attack on Panador and an attempt to destroy Eclipso. Once and for all, Eclipso revealed that he dare not kill Bruce and Mana because their unborn child will time travel to the past as an adult and free Eclipso from the diamond. Eclipso was finally defeated when the Phantom Stranger gathered all 1,000 black diamond shards and fused them back together into the Heart of Darkness, imprisoning Eclipso again. His physical body, the adult child of Mana and Bruce, evaporated in front of his parents. And that's where I'm going to have to end it for now. That's right, Eclipso gets 2 episodes. I'm the Comic Book Guy, and I'll catch you guys next time.